From bringing light to Ukrainian soldiers in 2023 to new fundraising projects for dozens of groups in 2024. The owners of the Door County Candle say they are relentless when it comes to candles creating change. New at 10, Holly Brantley talks to the owner about worldwide impact.
A Ukrainian soldier holding what he calls an invaluable tin candle, expressing gratitude for the gift from Northeast Wisconsin.
It was a very surreal thing to see.
The candles were part of a labor of love for Door County Candle Company owner Christiana Trapani, reaching out to her home country with yellow and blue Ukraine candles. 100% of profits going to relief efforts through the nonprofit Razum for Ukraine. And in addition, for each of those candles sold, a 10 candle sent to soldiers or families overseas.
He was just explaining that those candles would be the source of light in their bunkers. They were going to not only provide light, but also get rid of the smell of burning wood and mice that were filling up their bunkers.
Now almost 24 groups are participating in Door County Candle Company's new virtual philanthropy program.
It's meant to empower groups of all sizes to raise money for their cause, near or far. Being virtual, people can join and fundraise, whether they're in Wisconsin or if they're in Hawaii. We have over 20 groups already for 2024, which is incredible. Some range from soccer groups in California, and some are close to home, like Door Shakespeare in Door County.
To get involved, just go to the Door County Candle Company website and click on the fundraising tab.
They'll meet with me. We'll kind of go over the fundraising program together, and then we'll help them get ready to start fundraising.
Christiana says she has big dreams for 2024 to hopefully raise $10 million or more for various nonprofits, saying what they create in Door County is so much more than just a candle.
It kind of goes back to that video with the tins. Like, we made such an impact with those tin candles, and to continue seeing that impact being made with our fundraising program will be very impactful. And I just hope we can make a huge, huge difference for so many groups near and far.
Holly Brantley, Action 2 News.